Hello, welcome to the Who Has Time for This series. In today's video, we'll be addressing nutrition. Oh, nutrition. Such a time sucker on either side of the spectrum. You might have it where you never really think about your nutrition and then you live in this shame, guilt, like eating whatever you want, always feeling like you need to eat better, never taking the time to do it. Such a time drain. Or maybe you're on the other side of the spectrum, diligently doing your research, constantly going through the contradictory information, the ever-changing world of nutrition, just trying to figure it out and not sure if you're making it, not sure if it's actually doing any good, but it's definitely stealing time. In this video, we're going to be discussing some underlying principles to consider so that we can stop losing our time to the battle of nutrition and actually get an integrated relationship with it so that we can make room for all the other things we need to do in our life. So let's do some learning. So there's obviously a lot of different ways to think about nutrition. That's why there's so many fad diets. That's why there's so many contradictory information. And it's really hard to really even get into and learn any of it without feeling like you're joining a cult. Like, you go certain types of diet eating and then you have to ban all dairy because milk is evil. You just have these kind of absolutisms in there. And it doesn't really take into consideration the fact that our bodies have individual needs. We have individual nutritional needs that if we don't get met, we're going to feel like crap. And when we do meet them, then we have the more optimal body to actually go about our days and develop these integrated relationships that we're trying for. So the question is, how can you find out what your body's nutritional needs are? How do you get through it and actually develop that good relationship? And so the key to that is actually mindfulness, and specifically mindfulness of your own body. Our bodies are designed to tell us what we need, and it tells us in a variety of ways. And awareness of our body and connection to our body has been really pushed to the side and really suppressed in our society. So oftentimes, especially in America, we can't even feel when our body is telling us a simple thing like, hey, I'm full, please don't eat anymore. So taking time to actually get into that mindfulness, which you can do through meditation. You could be simply observing your body, asking yourself the right questions, but it's really important to develop that mindfulness so you can actually listen to the signals your body tells you, and then that will be your guide to figuring out your nutritional needs. So let's go through some different aspects on what that looks like. For water, for example, are you drinking enough water? You hydrate, maybe when you do hydrate, you still never feel thirst, never feel your thirst is quenched. You're always thirsty. If that's the case, then that's telling you nutritionally you are not getting enough of the electrolytes and stuff that helps your body regulate water. And that's, not having that, so if you start hydrating and you're used to being dehydrated, that can actually make your stomach feel sick if you're not balancing the nutrition on those electrolytes. So that's like a way our body tells us, if it says, hey, you don't have the right nutrition. I can't retain enough water, or I'm retaining too much water. Another example is like if you're working out and you're trying to build muscle and you're hitting a wall, that's your body telling you you're not getting enough protein. People need the right levels of protein to build and maintain muscle. So you really need to, so if you're having trouble building muscle, or you're not, you feel like you're not progressing, or it's taking forever to build muscle, protein might be a good thing to look into, because if you're meeting your needs, your body's not going to have anything to work for. So you can play with that, like, okay, I'm going to increase my protein until I hit it, and then I feel my muscles are building and being properly regenerated, and then you have enough protein. And the same thing goes through for other things that our body does, or like maybe you get sick all the time. Your immune system needs appropriate nutrition in order to function. So if you are getting sick all the time, or you get sick and you are sick for a long time, that is your body way of telling you that it's not getting appropriate vitamins and minerals like vitamin D, vitamin C, and all the other things that, having a proper gut flora biome and everything that works is very important for our immune system. And so if you look at yourself and the things that in your life that make you feel like crap, that is your entryway to figure out what you need. So wanting to build muscles, you look up and you research and you try like eating more proteins and what that looks like. Sick all the time, you take the immunity route. Needing to clear your skin, you can look things up like that. And it will let you know what kind of, you can easily look up just the science and see what are the nutrients and things that we need in our body so our body can actually function. And you can use your body as a guide to make that roadmap. And the reason why I feel like that is the better way to go about it is because there's a certain mentality that people get trapped in when it comes to these things. So we already know calorie in is a calorie out, and that if you eat junk food, you're going to feel like junk. So on the reverse side of this, people can have a tendency to go like superly onto the clean organic side. So like I'll just buy everything clean and organic, so that's obviously going to make me healthy. But the fact of the matter is, you can eat all the organic oranges that you want, but if your body's lacking iron and protein, that's not going to make you feel better. And the same thing, you can eat all the grass-fed beef that you want, and if your gut needs the minerals and the things that come in leafy greens, you're going to feel like crap. So eating healthy or clean or good isn't going to make you feel better and make a better integrated relationship with your life if it's not meeting those needs. And that's why just reading the labels or getting caught up in a trend isn't going to necessarily solve this problem of having a better relationship with nutrition. And so I'm not saying that isn't what your body's going to need, but you don't know if you don't listen and you don't experiment. If you get caught up in, have a devotion to a specific way of eating and you never try any others, or you're not going to do anything, you're never going to know. I'll give a personal example on this. So for most of my life, when I was younger and stuff, I took seriously the whole you're supposed to eat breakfast thing. And so for many years, I ate breakfast because that was supposed to be it. And that's just what you do, right? You eat 3 meals and you start with breakfast. So the result of me eating breakfast, and it didn't matter what the food was, is by 10 o'clock in the morning, I would be ravenously hungry, and I would be ravenously hungry the rest of the day. And then no matter how much I ate that day, I would still get hungry at 10 p.m. my entire life. But I always fought it, and I did that battle of shame and things and tried to get it where I would eat those 3 meals. And then eventually I thought I gave up. And this was before the days of intermittent fasting and stuff, but I was like, I'm just going to listen to my body. I don't even know when I'm hungry anymore. I don't even know when I feel full. So I just stopped eating and listened to my body. And I, and only started eating when I felt hungry. And I discovered I don't actually naturally get hungry until 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And if I don't eat anything in the morning, I get hungry, and then I can eat about that 12, 1 o'clock period. And then again, still, no matter what, I get hungry at 10 p.m. So I just adjusted my meals. I start at 1. I have a night stack in the evening. It's controlled, and it automatically just like halved the amount of calories I ate without even trying, because I was actually listening to my body. So there might be something in your way you're doing your nutrition and things like that are holding you back just because you think it's a rule. So nothing really should be off limits. Play with it, experiment, take notice of how your body is feeling. And the more you can get into that relationship where you can get that feedback from your body, the less time you're going to have to spend. Because you could just be like, oh, I'm sick, and then realize, oh, I haven't been eating my fruit lately. And then you can go back to eating fruit. Or, oh, wow, I'm losing muscle. Guess I haven't been eating my protein, and eat your protein. It's just simply that. Your body will give you the feedback. And It also will let you also have your snacks, right? Because if you're eating and you're getting your nutritional needs and you eat that chocolate cake, you might find you feel like crap for 2 hours. But then you, since you know that's what that feels like, you can just decide that's the hit you want to take. And then you can just enjoy the piece of cake rather than being in that shame cycle. So there you have it. To summarize, when it comes to nutrition, if you don't want to waste a lot of time in shame or a lot of time in research, then hack it by developing a relationship of where you can actually listen to your body and then take what your body is telling you seriously, and then hone your research and your experimentation on your diet towards actually getting a better relationship where you actually feel good in your body because you're giving your body what it needs so it can perform optimally. So thank you for watching. Please check out the rest of our Who Has Time for This series, and I hope to see you in another video.